Hi there everyone, hope you're well. We're carrying on with our Learn Tai Chi at Home series. This is lesson number 9, moving from raised hands into one of the very many versions of shoulder butts. Now, in Tai Chi you have the 8 primary energies. 2 of them are with the shoulder and with the elbow. They're from the same family of moves, although expressed quite differently in different ways. I don't want to get down too much of a rabbit hole with this, but in our Tai Chi form we show all 3 different versions of the shoulder butt, which really take you from the open forearm through the elbow into the full shoulder when we come into the 3rd section. So even though it's called shoulder butt, in this move it's shown here, but it leads with the shoulder on the way in, but the primary focus is with a low forearm. Now, I'll tell you this from the beginning, because most students, when they do this, if I turn sideways so that you can see, they perhaps quite naturally think that the hand that is above is the dominant hand, and really that's the one that's pushing forwards. That isn't the case. It's the low forearm, which is pinning someone's arm against them as they're coming down to force them over your knee. In one of the many applications, there are lots and lots of applications, but think of it that way and you'll build the power here. It needs to roll in like a wave crashing onto the beach. So, if we go from raised hands, start with the feet reasonably close, turn the left toe out, slide the right foot forwards, make sure they're not going to cross in any way, but they certainly shouldn't be open, so that the right heel will lightly touch the floor, slightly extending forwards if you've got the power in the leg to do it, but don't overdo it if you're on your own at home. And bear in mind, when you're practicing this, if you're doing it again and again, you'll be standing on one leg for a long time. So have a little break, or even flip it around and try it on the other side for the exercise. So, from raised hands, the first thing you do is the end really of the raised hands, which is the blend to the beginning of the shoulder butt, which is to turn the hands, left hand palm up, right hand palm forwards, and this has the action of slightly bringing your waist from the forwards direction to the left corner. So that's the very, very beginning. Then this right hand sweeps down, the left wrist starts to float up. As the right hand passes the foot, it picks it up, and the right foot floats underneath both hands, which are now in the corner from your forward facing direction, with your knee underneath your elbow or your elbow above your knee is exactly the same thing. You sink down, find the floor with the right heel first, and then roll that low forearm in until both hands are facing forwards over your center line. If at this point you feel any constriction from your left hip, you can slightly bring that left toe in so that you can bring the power to bear from the left hip through the opposite arm, the right forearm here. If you didn't do that, you would slightly lose connection perhaps. So at this point, both hands are on your center line, palms forwards, now elbow points one above the other, right elbow above the knee, not twisting to the side, but fully facing forwards. So, shoulder butt from raised hands, turn, lift, you breathe in here because it's yin, sink down, find the floor with the heel, you breathe out, becoming yang. Then you're ready to blend to the beginning of the next move, which we're going to do in the next video. The white crane spreads its wings. There. So, have fun with that everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to each other. We'll see you next time.